Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it is with my honor to give you all a walk around and tour of this beautiful 2022 BMW 430i Coupe. The 4 Series is one of the more newer trim levels that came out a few years ago. Well, it's been over 10 years since the 4 Series was released, but as you can see, in this newer iteration, which came out around this time in 2022, it has gotten a little bit of controversy, mostly because of the front kidney grills there. But overall, in my opinion, it is pretty much aged well. It looks great. And of course, this being the standard 430 model, or in this case, the standard 4 Series, you are going to be getting a lot of goodies, such as those M Sport brakes, as you can see there with the red calipers. You're going to be getting a M Sport steering wheel, an M Sport suspension upgrade, as well as a lot of other things, as we'll discuss on the Moroni sticker. With that being said, though, a huge thank you to Bob Thomas Pre-Owned, which is a part of the Thomas Auto Group here in McKinney, Texas, for giving me some time with this one today. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get started. As you can see on the key fob, it's a pretty unique setup, as you can see from BMW. It has this very nice aluminum trim on the side here. It includes things such as your lock, which is the BMW logo, unlock, trunk release, and your panic alarm. But starting off in the front, you do have that very nice looking kidney grille, as you can see there. And say what you will about it, it actually looks pretty good in person. This vehicle does have the shadow line package, which does tint out the headlights, as you can see. Those are LED daytime running lights right there, followed by LED headlamps. Coming over to the side profile of the vehicle where the wheels are, we're taking a look at a set of 19-inch M-specific wheels on Pirelli Cinturato tires. And these measure... With that being said, coming up to the door handle, the BMW 4 Series does come standard with a smart key access system, allowing for easy access to the interior as well as the exterior. As long as you have the key fob in your pocket, come up to the door handle, there's a touch sensor right behind it. Put your hand in, and the vehicle will indicate unlocking. And of course, if you want to lock the vehicle, make sure you close it up, tap this button, and within a few seconds, it will lock the vehicle for you. The exterior color of this one is finished off in Portimao Blue Metallic with the Tacora Red Perforated Leather interior. Coming up to the door panel here, as you can see, you do have some hard touch plastic material as expected in this vehicle. However, it makes up for that down here with some of that nicer, much more luxurious soft touch padding. Although a little bit stiff, it does feel pretty good in your hands. You do have some of that gray stitching here along the side, which looks really good. You do have an aluminum door handle. You're going to have your unlock and lock switches here. You're going to have controls for your mirrors, as well as a mirror button here to actually close the mirrors automatically. And this right here is for the mirror, that you're going to adjust. So this way for the left, this way for the right, and then your 2 front power windows, of which both of them are fully automatic. You also have 2 pressure memory seating right here, as well as a button to open up your cargo area. You even have a small storage area here and a small place for a small cup. Along with that smart key access system, the BMW 4 Series does come standard with a push-button ignition. And as long as you have the key fob anywhere in the vehicle, such as in your pocket or within the vehicle itself, all you have to do is to simply put your foot on the brake and hit this button right here to start the engine. Very nice. As you can see, the 4 Series does come standard with a fully leather wrapped rack and pinion power steering wheel with aluminum paddle shifters on both the left as well as on the right sides. You're also going to have some buttons here on the left as well as on the right too. As you can see, the left is going to house your cruise control settings and all that over here. And to the right, you're going to have controls for that main menu, as well as the telephone controls, a microphone right here. And this is going to be for your menu. And of course, these two are going to be for your audio, as far as your volume is concerned. Now, most BMWs, such as this one, does come with the Live Cockpit Pro. As you can see, this one does have it. You're going to have a picture of your map right there in the center. To the left, you're going to have your fuel range as well as your speedometer. To the right, you're going to have your tachometer as well as your coolant temperature. Now, as you can see, inside of it, you're going to have your current speed. You're going to have your total mileage, which this one reads 28,473. It's going to give you information about your fuel economy as well as how much miles was driven since it was last refueled. And of course, right down there at the bottom, it's going to show your range to empty, current time, the area that you're in, a speedometer, as far as how, not a speedometer, but a speed limiter as far as how fast you should be going, your drive mode to the right there, your gear selector, as well as your exterior temperature. But with that being said, as you can see, coming back over to the steering wheel, you should be able to function by using just these three buttons here. So with that being said, as you pay our attention back up to the screen, as you can see, you're going to have your media radio, which includes news, Sirius XM, FM, and AM radio. Okay, doesn't show me anything else there, but we'll move on from that. Coming to the right, you're going to have a pretty nice infotainment screen showing you everything that you need to know about the BMW system. This is, of course, the iDrive 7.0 interface, which is the not necessarily older version, but it is still technically new, as the newer ones have gone up to the iDrive 8. But this one here, being the iDrive 7, it still looks really good, and it gives you a lot of good information. So the thing that you're going to be using the most is going to be this dial right down here to kind of control everything that you see on top of that screen there. So to the left, you're going to have 5 main categories that deal with things that you're going to be using every day, such as your media, communications, navigation, car, as well as different apps. So starting off with where we're at right now with media, as you can see, it's going to show you your Sirius XM radio as well as your categories in search. You have your AM radio, FM radio, news, Spotify, Bluetooth audio, screen mirroring, mobile devices, and you can even personalize your menu as well. And to the right of that, it's going to show you all your stations that are currently playing right now, as you can see, which is very nice. And then to the far right, it says things such as add to presets, add to favorites, jump back, jump forward, or related to whatever it is that you're listening to. So that to me is pretty cool to see. Coming down below that, you have communication. So that's going to deal with your phone connectivity. So in this case, you have contacts, telephone, mobile devices, BMW Assist, BMW Messages, personalize your menu, which is pretty cool. You do have your navigation system from the factory. As you can see, it looks very nice. And it's going to show you where it says where to. You can type in a destination that you want to go to. You have my destinations as well as received destinations. So all that's pretty nice to see. Coming to car, that's going to be for the vehicle itself. As you can see there, it says driving information, so you can kind of go through that if you want to. So driving information gives you things such as trip data, sport displays, driving style analysis, which is only available in Eco Pro mode, energy flow, as you can see there, which is pretty nice. Coming to vehicle status, is going to give you a vehicle status update, such as a tire pressure monitoring system, your engine oil level, your check control messages for any issues, as well as any required services, which, as you can see, this one is due in December of this year in 11,000 miles from now. Coming down to settings, you have general settings, different drive modes, exterior lighting, driver assistance, displays, doors/vehicle access, interior lighting, climate control, key button settings, and that's it. So For example, let's say we want to go to general settings. That deals with your iDrive system, vehicle settings, data and devices, and other things. So it's going to show you your iDrive settings, as you can see there. And it's going to give you things such as your date and time, language you can change, a personal assistant, units, sound, gesture control, a touchpad, pop-ups, getting started, and then this brings us to vehicle settings such as speed warning, fatigue and focus alert, valet parking mode, reset trip data, engine sound. You can change the engine sound of what the engine sounds like, and then data devices such as data privacy, mobile devices, and then other things such as the software upgrade. As you can see there, it's going to show what version you have, as well as to reset vehicle data. Let's say we want to go to driving mode next, which will allow you to configure your driving mode. So you have sport, individual, and then Eco Pro individual. So with that said, you can set those things up if you want to. You can, again, change the exterior lighting, which, as you can see, you can change daytime driving lights. You can change the one-touch turn signal, comfort features such as welcome and goodbye, door handle lights, welcome light carpet, as well as pathway lighting. So all these different things you can do to kind of customize your 4 Series experience to your preferred preferences as you are driving, or not as you're driving the vehicle, but as you are getting set up in the vehicle. So overall, pretty cool to see. Caring car, as you can see there, so that's going to deal with your services from BMW. Driver profiles, you can add a driver profile, you can change the settings and all that, as you can see there. Your owner's manual, which is going to give you kind of a rundown of everything that you need to know as far as operating tips, any issues that you might come into contact with the vehicle, and all that stuff. You have regulatory notes, as you can see there. And last but not least are going to be the apps. So any apps that you have installed in here, so as you can see, you have installed apps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, as well as the BMW store. So as you can see with your installed apps, you can be able to go through every single, you should be able to see everything that's installed in here. So for example, you have BMW Assist, you have BMW Messages, you have your weather forecast, you have My BMW, which is going to be pretty much what you'll have to deal with through your mobile device, Amazon Alexa, software information, news, as you can see there, Caring car, climate control rules, and lap timer, and even road services and all that stuff. So all of this is pretty cool to see in the 4 Series. And that's pretty much a rundown of the BMW iDrive 7.0 system in the 4 Series. Coming down below that, you're going to have 2 air vents, which look pretty nice. You have your hazard light, and then this button right here, that's going to be for your intelligent safety features. So in this case, it's going to show you adaptive cruise control, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, and all that. So you can have those all on, or you can configure it to your own liking. You're going to have your dual zone climate controls. You're going to have all your climate control settings down here. You're going to have heated seats. You're going to have max airflow, rear air conditioning, and all that stuff there. Auto AC. This is going to raise and lower the temperatures. Fan speed, fan positioning for front and front passenger. Menu air conditioning. You can adjust the air conditioning settings in the menu there. And then you have max AC. And then this right here is going to be for your recycling. Coming down below that, you're going to have a set of, you can have 8 preset stations, a dedicated volume knob, different mode button here, band button there, and then your seat track buttons to the far right. Come down below that, you have a little storage area where you can put your phone to charge wirelessly, which is pretty cool, or you can put it in and charge it via USB right down there as well. You have 2 cup holders. You're going to have a 12-volt outlet here, as you can see. Not going to open for me, but it's right there. Coming over here, of course, you're going to have an 8-speed automatic transmission. Put it into reverse. It's going to give you a nice backup camera with guidance lines. And they do adjust as you turn the wheel. And you just push P right there to go back to park. You have your electronic parking brake right here, which is very nice. To the far left, you're going to have your traction control. You can turn on or off. You're going to have your parking sensors. You can turn on or off. Auto stop start, you can turn on or off. The start stop button. This is going to be your different drive modes, as you can see here. So for example, let's say you want to go to sport mode. It's going to give you the sport mode icon right there, which is going to be sport standard, sport individual, or configure individual. You have comfort, which is going to be more of a balance setting. That's going to be for everyday driving. And then Eco Pro is going to give you the most fuel efficient driving that you can get in the vehicle. So we're leaving in comfort mode for now, and we'll move on. Right next to that is going to be your little controller here for the infotainment system, as I discussed earlier. And as you can see, it's nice, and you can even use it to do gestures as well, which is pretty cool. And you're going to have shortcut buttons on both sides here. So as you can see, on top, you're going to have media, home, map, communications. This right here is going to be for your connected services, navigation, and then you have your back button here, as well as your option, which is pretty cool. Coming over here to the glove compartment, it's pretty modest, which is not too bad. As you can see there, you have a USB-C port and a small little light to help you out as far as you taking anything out of the vehicle. But it is modest, although a little bit on the small side as expected. The seats in here are quite nice, I have to say. They're very comfortable and they do look really, really good. I really do like the fact that this is a real leather seat, although some will probably say that it's not. And I mention that because this is the perforated, so you're going to have your perforations down the middle all the way to where you're going to sit down. You do have thigh extensions in here, and I also love the bolstering that you get in this car as well. And I love the Tacora Red interior. It looks really, really good with the Portimao Blue exterior color. Coming over here, as you can see, you do have a dampened glove box with your owner's manual inside of it. And then you have this open pore wood trim, although it's not, it kind of feels real to me, but it's probably not real, but it does look good overall. You're going to have your big lights up here, as you can see. You're going to have controls for your sunroof, which this one does have right up there. You're going to have your passenger airbag light on. This is going to be for roadside assistance, your SOS. You're going to have your frameless mirror right here. And I believe this one does have your garage home link, which is going to be right in here as well. You're going to have a visor with a mirror inside of it and a light. And then to the left over here, you're going to have controls that involve your headlight controls, gauge dimmer switches, automatic headlights, you want to turn that on or off. You have your parking lights there as well, which is very, very cool. And that's pretty much it in this area. So with that being said, the BMW 4 Series is a really nice place to spend time, especially if you're looking for something quite sporty and quite interesting. So with that said, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this BMW 430i Coupe. Coming to the cargo area of the 430i, this has a very cavernous room, as you can see there. And as you can tell, you have more than enough room to store probably 2 suitcases. Now, you do have the license plate cover for the front in here, which is fine. You're going to have a little extra space on the left, as well as on the right. And overall, you're looking at right around 12 cubic feet of space, which is not too bad. And if you want even more space, you can just use these little tabs right here to fold the seats down in the back for extra space. But overall, it's quite surprising how much room is in the back of the 4 Series Coupe. You do have a small lip spoiler right here, which looks really good. The 430i does have LED taillights. You do also have your BMW badge in the center, and you have your dual exhaust tips down at the bottom. You do have your fuel tank over here behind the front passenger. Piano black mirror covers with your LED turn signals on them. 1 second, everyone. Go ahead and make sure this is open. There we go. Didn't push it the second time, which is why it didn't open. Under the hood of the BMW 430i, we're taking a look at BMW's base engine. It's going to be a 2-liter twin-power turbocharged 4-cylinder. It produces 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Overall, a pretty good number for this vehicle, and the engine layout looks pretty nice as well. With that said, that's going to be through an 8-speed automatic transmission and this vehicle's rear-wheel drive. All right, guys, so sitting back in the 4 Series, and I have to say, what an experience it has been thus far. But last but not least, let's go over the window sticker, or in this case, the Moroni sticker that I was able to print out just in time to do this video. As you can see, it's a 2022 BMW 4 Series 430i Coupe. All your standard options are going to be on the left. Like I mentioned, it has a 4-cylinder engine, 8-speed automatic transmission, finished off in Portimao Blue Metallic with the Tacora Red Perforated Leather interior. Now, when this vehicle was new, before any options, this had an MSRP of $45,800. And as you can see, these are the options that come with the vehicle. The 19 by 8 inch double spoke jet black wheels are going to be standard. The Portimao Blue Metallic color is $550. The Tacora Red Perforated Sensitech upholstery interior is standard, as well as the open pore fine wood oak grain trim is standard. You get the M Sport package for $3,300, the Premium Package 2 for $1,300, the Shadowline package, which I showed you guys with the lights, that's going to be $400, remote engine start for $300, the M Sport brakes with red calipers for $650, the Shadowline lights are going to be included with that Shadowline package, the Harman Kardon surround sound system is $875, and the Live Cockpit Pro with navigation is $750. With an original shipping charge of $995, the retail price when this vehicle was new a few years ago was $54,920. And as you can see, fuel economy was pretty decent, coming in at 25 city and 34 highway. But overall, guys, this BMW 4 Series was a lot of fun to check out, and I wanted to actually film this the day before so I could have had it out on Wednesday. But by the time you guys are watching this, I am going to be very glad that I got a chance to check this one out. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it here for this walk around and tour of this 2022 BMW 4 Series 430i Coupe, finished off in Portimao Blue Metallic with the Tacora Red Perforated Leather interior. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.